First and foremost, you want to ask yourself, what business should I do? Okay, there are lots of businesses ranging from services to softwares to um, even product sales, outsourcing, wholesale. There are lots of things, including logistics. A lot of things are sold online today. But what exactly can you sell? Which one would you sell? We'll take a look at that. Take a look at what you need to do to get started. All right, and you know, formulating your business, getting your business formed, and then after that, thereafter, we're going to be taking a look at market readiness. What could you do to get ready for the market? Then the core of your marketing. We'll talk about that, and then delivering excellence, your service delivery, and getting funded. Okay, that's going to be like in a nutshell. And then I'll do question and answers. Then we'll say our goodbyes. All right. If at any time you can't hear me, kindly let me know. All right. I'm doing this presentation remotely, and I don't know how the internet is going to look like, but I am hoping that you're going to have a very good time. All right, with me. Okay, what is your business? Okay, now it's very important that you know what your core business is. A lot of times what people call their business essentially is really not the business that they are into. All right, so for instance, Jumia Foods is into food, right? That's what you say. If they ask you what does Jumia Foods do, you say they are into food. Okay, they are not in the food business, they are in logistics business. All right. Y- you would it would you say, wow, it's how's that? Yes, they are doing logistics business, just that food is what they are couriering. Okay, now the same applies to most other businesses. So if you ask certain persons, for example, Nigerian brewers, okay, what is a Nigerian bottling company, sorry, bottling company, what's your core business? Okay, what their core business is not exactly the brewery, but the delivery part of it. Okay, because they are having the franchise for the production from Coca-Cola and other persons who actually own the beverages that they are distributing. So if you know what your core business is, it helps you to plan better how to deliver value and how to scale up. Okay, you know what your core business is, you know what exactly it is. Okay, you could decide, okay, since I am a junior and my core business actually is logistics, it means whatever it is that people are looking for, who would move from their shops to the end user's hand, I can take it up and say I'm going to do it. All right, it helps you to scale up. It helps you to plan better. It helps you to know, okay, my major problems would be the problems faced by the logistics company, not the problems faced by the production company. Because if a Jumia Food realizes that their food is not restaurant, is not food, all right, then they wouldn't bother about whether the food is how to cook a better meal, or how to make better pizzas, or how to make better soup. All right, instead they will go out and look for who makes better soup, who makes better pizza, and who makes better meals that they can courier. All right, so that essentially is it. Once you know what your core business is. All right, now in choosing what your core business is, essentially it's always better to start off from the online perspective or offline perspective. Any business you see doing essentially well online is a mirror of what's doing actually well offline. All right, so it means that particular business is succeeding offline. Okay, or a manual version of it is successful, and they are and this is the online adaptation of it. Okay, so first and foremost, if you want to do a business, before you leap into it, try to see how the offline version of it is performing. Okay, if the offline version is not performing well, your online version may not necessarily succeed. All right, and again, when you're adapting offline businesses to online versions, you bear in mind that there are a few things that are going to change. All right, some things that some features that you see that are present offline may not be present online. Some things that people are okay with can condone offline, they may not condone online. So online must also give you certain flexibility to be able to scale and serve more persons. All right, so taking for example too, you are in the food logistics business. Okay, now it's okay to be able to ask people to come with their plates, okay, to for you to dish food for them. All right, but when you move it online, you're not going, that is a no, absolutely. You're not going to be having them bring their plates for you to dish. All right, and you probably are not going to be using some silverwares or some aluminum wares or some stainless steel. All right, you probably want to use some disposable materials. So moving online a bit change tweaks some features of your business, but then to a greater extent, moving online helps you to cut down on cost, help you to reach more business, more market size. Okay, and again, you are able to run a large higher turnover in your business. Okay, now but if you want to do a new business idea, that means that the business you want to get started with does not exist online or offline before, so you're getting started with it. Okay, you are coming you're getting started. All right, first things first, I always advise, please start with a market survey. You see, Nigeria is the startup headquarter of Africa, not because Nigeria has had quite a number of successful startups, no, but because Nigerians they are quick to do it. People, they move at the snap of their finger. All right, so they have an idea today, they call up a web design developer and they say, can you help me design this website? I want to get started. All right, I have a business idea. Okay, can you develop it? They develop it for you, and then you automatically you want to start running. All right, no, no, that's the reason a lot of business fail. I myself have made that mistake in the past. Like my profile said, I've actually failed in some startup businesses. So I've learned my lessons getting my hands burnt. All right. So I want to encourage you, if you want to start off with a new business idea, do a market survey. All right. Do a market survey. You want to ask the right questions, okay, that will help you to understand if there is a business in the business you want to do. Okay, so your business has to have a business first and foremost, okay, for you to actually start doing it. All right, so I want to ask again if you can hear me really okay. All right, if you can hear me really okay, just say you can. All right, someone send the test. Caleb, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I was asking for affirmation that that you can hear me. Okay. All
Yes, I
right.
can hear you.
All right. Now that's good. So I proceed. All right.
Yes, sir.
So okay. Now proceeding. All right. Now, when you do your market, once you want to get started, once you have the business idea ready and you want to start running, getting started, first thing again is to do a market survey. All right. Like we ended with the next slide. Okay. Try to know who your customer is. What are their interests? Why are they buying from you if you're already selling offline? If you're not the market leader and there is someone else who is a market leader, why are they buying from that person? Okay, you want to ask. All right, so why would they rather buy online rather than buy offline? Okay, now sometimes in Nigeria trust had been an issue, but we're overcoming it. Okay, now if you are actually going to be moving the core of your business online, okay, now it means you have taken a good understanding of the market, that trust is not going to be a limiting factor. All right, we have a business that I'm part of a business that does that sells outdoor spaces, okay, billboard spaces. Now, selling this business, selling this particular business ordinarily could have been completed online, okay, from A to Z, in the sense that the spaces are there, the customers can see the space, and so this is the space, all right, so it's available. The one in at the airport is available, and this is the kind of board space it is, and this is the artwork needed. They could have easily just submitted their artwork online, checked out, made their payments, and then voila, in 24 hours the advert is on without any issue. But you see, we play in a market where trust is a major issue. All right, so even if they know that you have the capacity to deliver that service, and they know that when you say that space is available, it's probably available, they still want to double check. They also want to do a face-to-face negotiation. Perhaps we can beat it down when we come for a one-on-one session, all right, with you. All right, so you want to understand the peculiarity of your particular product, okay? You need to also understand the buying cycle, okay? How do they buy? What's the buying process? Okay, so know your customers very well. Once you know your customer, it's important. You want to know what wows them. What exactly do they want? Okay, do a market survey. When I say do a market survey, sometimes really some person's mind just blows up to mean how do I go and get one big company to go and do market survey for me? You can actually do your own market survey in simple ways. Step onto the streets, meet an average, just decide today I want to do market survey. Cut across, you know who your target buyer is. So once you know who your target buyer is, go walk up to them and say, okay, I sell fruit juice, and I want to sell this fruit juice to you online. Okay, so you just download my app, and then you choose what kind of smoothie flavor you want. Okay, you choose the quantity, then you pay me online, and then I come and deliver it. You could also maybe not pay, and then when I come to deliver, you can now pay me. All right, now you want to weigh their opinion. Some persons will say, oh, I like being there when my smoothie is being blended. All right, I want to know what goes into it. I want to see the environment where you're producing it. Okay, where if out of 20 respondents 15 say, oh, we don't mind, you're in business. If only 3 are willing to go into that business, a red flag. So you want to hold on a little and see perhaps if this business can fly right now, right in this place. Okay, all right, so market survey, know your customers. Knowing them helps you a lot. Then know your competitors. Know exactly who is playing in this same market. Okay, what are they doing? Okay, you want to sell smoothie, Jumia Foods is selling smoothie. Okay, there's probably 1 or 2 others who have food vendors online, maybe Universal too. All right, you want to check how many persons even know Universal in the market. You also, the same 20 persons you reached out to, and you had asked them, how do you order your food? And they say, I just walk down to Yabatira's shop and I just order and I eat. Okay, I have a phone number of this restaurant. I just call them and they deliver. All right, so and then you've been able to find out, okay, you have been able to see that, oh, you cannot, okay, probably beat the way they are currently ordering the food. All right, in a nutshell, you probably realize I cannot do it via website, maybe m-commerce. Okay, now there is e-commerce is like using apps, websites and all that. They're all, but there's, especially when you say m-commerce, using my mobile phones to transact and do your business. Okay, that's a bit different. Okay, so you could actually decide, okay, my whole business can run, okay, on the mobile phone. Okay, so I drop my phone number, and then when they want to buy their food, they call me. Okay, so when they call, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines that I use, okay, in prompting them and taking my order. So they call and I say, okay, this is fruit juice castle. All right, how may I help you? And then he says, all right, I want banana I want a smoothie, banana, pineapple, apple. All right, and you ask, okay, how many liters or how many cups or how many glasses, and it says, okay, 2 cups. Okay, where's your location? I'm in 12 way. Okay, Ikeja. All right, and then you take down the details. 1.5 per cups, 3,000. Delivery is 1,000, 4,000. Okay, and then the person says, okay, yeah, I'm okay with it. Then you test your account number, the person pays, and then you have it. That's commerce. Okay, alternatively, he could have just gone to your website or to your app, make the order, and then you blend the smoothie for him, and then you deliver. Okay, either way, they are all digital business. Okay, so you want to understand how, what your competitor, how are they doing it. All right, sometimes we think who we consider our competitors are not our competitors. All right, so you say you are into retail business, okay, and you are within the estate, within an estate, and you want everybody in the estate to be able to order from your app. You have been able to market it door to door to the app, and then you are thinking Jumia is your only competitor. No, yes, Jumia is your competitor, Konga is your competitor, but your competitor is the malam at the gate of that estate. Your competitor is the ShopRite that is 5 minutes away. Your competitor is the Spa. Your competitor is that new supermarket that just opened adjacent to the estate gate across the road. They are your competitors. What are their competitive edges? Okay, serene environments. Parents like to enter into those shops with their kids. Kids like to go out, and it's a part of going out. All right. If again, if I go there, they also give me some discounts or gift card and all that. So, what are their selling? What are their edge over you? You should be able to understand these things, okay, and pinpoint them when you're doing your market survey. Once you have done your market survey and you have understood what your customer needs and you've understood what your competitor needs, you should be able to do your own SWOT analysis. Now, from what you have seen that your customer needs, what are your strengths? What can you easily say that I have this, I can deliver this, no one can beat me on this side? Which ones are your weaknesses? What can't you do? Okay, so oftentimes I hear people once you ask them what's your weakness, they say fund. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, it can be a weakness, but trust me, it's not a weakness, all right, per se. All right, so you should just need to be able to put your marketing strategy to know where to start. All right, so weakness could be the fact that you don't have certain machines yet. Funding can also be weakness. Let's add that. Okay, weakness can be the fact that you are using a very small place and nobody knows you, and if people know your competitor, it's weakness. Opportunity. So you want to ask, what are the opportunity? There's lockdown, and or people are scared to step out in the night from this estate. Opens up opportunity because you can actually deliver within the estate at any time of the day. So you can offer 24-hour service when others are scared to go out. So what gives you opportunity? What threats? Threats are things you cannot control. All right. There are weaknesses outside your reach. You can't control it. Okay. So for instance, threats could be the fact that nobody in the estate is allowed to transact business, and you are within the estate, being an e-commerce site. Okay, so that means once the owners of the estate realize that you're doing business there, they can easily shut you down and ask you to leave. Okay, what are threats? External things, okay, that may be affecting you. So you want to take care of your threats. Okay, those analysis. Okay, once you understand it, you can convert your threats into opportunities. You can take advantage of your opportunities to make more sales. You cannot major on your strengths to outpower your competitors. You can also work on your weaknesses and turn them into strength. So where your weakness turns out to be that you have fewer hands, you can actually find a way to work around that weakness. Okay, I don't have sufficient hands, and you go to NYC and you get coppers, affordable labor, or you have volunteer IT students who are working with you. Automatically that weakness has been flipped into some kind of strength. All right, now once you have understood what your customer wants from your market survey, you want to design your products and get it right. Okay, to a greater extent, people will continue to buy you just because of the quality of your products. Okay, so let's say for a person that does t-shirts, okay, you're online and you're doing e-commerce sites, digital business, and what you do is t-shirts. Okay, now remember I said in the other slide, know your core business. If you are selling t-shirts online, your core business is not the sale of t-shirts, you're selling branding. All right, you're selling branding, quality branding. That's what your business, your core business is actually branding, not the t-shirts. Okay, so if you're thinking the fact that your core business is branding, so you know that, okay, you need to have quality beautiful designs that stands out, that do not conflict, so that people can actually come to your website, choose a certain kind of design. All right, choose a certain kind of design, and then are able to get it printed instantly. You're able to provide the kind of unique materials, unique clothing stitches, unique colorings, and then people are able to set up and select the kind of design that matches their brand, and then they're able to get it delivered to their doorstep within record time. Then anytime they are thinking, oh, we're about to have a market launch, oh, we're about to have an activation, guess what? Your brand comes to their mind. All right. So they just go there and upload their logo or upload whatever they want, and then they select the number of persons who are going to wear the shirt, collect the kind of shirts they want, and then it's in your box, and then you're delivering it. But when you think t-shirt is your business, then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be snapping different t-shirts and putting it out there on your website for people to order. They come to the website, the same design they saw yesterday, the same design they will see tomorrow. All right, and then they don't see anything that actually matches their brand. Okay, so besides, they actually have seen similar things out there before, so there's no unique selling proposition that you're offering them. All right, in this case, okay, so they work, you're losing sales. All right, so once you understand what your core business is, you understand what your customer wants, you understand what the competitor is doing, design a product that beats them. While your customer with your product design or your service offer, okay, what you're throwing in, I wanted to buy a t-shirt. Instead of saying, okay, I'm not going to buy it from t-shirtshop.com or t-shirtshop.ng, okay? Now I want to go to Yaba, just pick up one shirt that matches my color and do it. But I come back to t-shirtshop.ng and I see that, oh, they are not saying I can upload my design and they will print it on my shirt and then they'll deliver it to me within 6 hours. Why do I want to take the stress of going to Yaba or going to Lagos Island to get the shirt? I don't want that stress. So I just call somebody, oh, please help me to design it. Okay, they design what my logo and what I want. I upload it there. I make my payment with my card. In 4 hours, 1 hour, I have the shirt. Guess what? They've sold me for life. Anytime I want any shirt, I can actually just decide, okay, I want a t-shirt, but I choose that design, I choose that color, that one looks good. Not even for branding purposes, not for a product or any launch, but I just order my shirt and I want my name to be at the back. All right. Or I want senior man written on it. All right. So you see, the person is selling more by just getting his product design better. All right. Better than what others are doing. So you need to keep thinking outside of the box in what you're doing. So market readiness, once you have made up your mind what the business you want to do is and who you're going to be selling to and how you're going to sell to them, you want to make sure that you're ready, you're prepared in the right format for the market. Okay, you want to make sure that you have your operations right. Okay, so the guy that's going to be doing t-shirtshop.ng, for example. All right, he wants to make sure that his that once an order comes in, he sees it immediately. Okay, so it's more like instant notification for every order. Okay, so once an order is coming in, he's seeing the alert. Oh, there's an order. Okay, and he has Put in place auto response. Maybe as soon as the order comes, an SMS hits the person, say, you know what, we've received your order. Thank you for choosing T-shirt shop. Your order is processing. Okay, and then he can follow as soon as he sees it, he can follow it up on a call to say, we're just calling to confirm that you wanted 24 T-shirts, all written senior man. Okay, do you want any additional thing on it? Presently what we have is all cotton T-shirts, and this whatever additional information, then you confirm, and it's fine. Then once you're done with order confirmation, then you have someone who is going to go straight to the market, select the shirts or the kind of T-shirts that they need, take it to the printing center, have it printed out, pack it, and have it dispatched. Now, this is a process cycle. All right. Now, once you get your process cycle right and you understand it, it helps you to start improving. All right. So now you can start thinking, okay, I can actually shorten my turnaround time. If I have too many orders, before I go to the get to the traffic, go to Yaba, go to Aswani, or go to Lagos Island to pick up the kind of shirts and then print on it and then get to deliver it and then come back or action on the next order and the next order. I don't, it's very tedious. I start taking too much time. I'm not satisfying the customer. So based on that, perhaps what I can do, because I spend a lot of time in traffic and I see that most times when people order, they want color white. I see a lot of people doing color white. I see a lot of people doing color red. I see a lot of people doing this other variant. I see some persons want, like a military kind of design. Okay, so I decide to go and stock them and keep them in my stock. All right. So whenever the order comes, I just pick from my stock. I cut out the time I spend in the market. Okay, and I pick up from my stock. I go print and I deliver. With time, I realize, okay, I'm actually spending a lot of time printing. I can actually maybe get the printer myself and have someone run it for me. Or I make arrangements with a printer that is nearby that gives me priority attention, give me discounts for some certain reason. So we are loyal to him, he's loyal to us, and we're delivering better. Okay, so in the nutshell, you see, you'll be able to reduce your turnaround time. Initially, it takes people 3 days to get a T-shirt. When you started business, you were delivering within a day. Now, as you work on your process, you see you are delivering within 3 hours. And as you specialize, you see you start delivering within the hour, within 1 hour. And as your operations is improving, your market share will be increasing. People would start. All right. Hello. People would automatically start marketing you through word of mouth. Okay. So you also want to do. Work on your delivery side. There is no e-business that does not have a very good accompanying delivery. Okay. So I know a lot of persons want to say, I want to start having my own delivery arm. I want to do my dispatch myself. It is not advisable. If you are running e-business, the idea for running e-business is zero inventory. This as little inventory as you can carry, the better for you. If possible, do not have inventory at all. Like, if you can do without a warehouse, great. If you can do without having goods, great. If you can do without producing anything at all, great. If you can outsource it 100%, know your core business and focus on it. If you are doing a business, your business is calling logistics. All right, so take care and make sure that that logistic arm is working properly. Now, logistic does not necessarily mean dispatch. Okay, so if possible, outsource your dispatch. I actually advise everybody starting, outsource your dispatch, negotiate with a logistic company and make sure you get the best of it. Okay, like that. Okay, then if whatever you have said is your value addition, if you say we will deliver within the hour, make sure you have built that process in. and you can deliver within the hour. If you say same day delivery, make sure you have built it into your process before you start, because most people are going to come to buy from you just based on that alone, because of what you have said, same day delivery. If you say we deliver it hot, or we take the money back, or you don't pay at all, make sure that when you deliver the food, it's steaming hot. Whichever way you want to do it to achieve whatever value promise you are going to make, ensure you are built into your process to keep that promise. Ensure you have the people that are going to deliver it. People readiness can never be overemphasized. People readiness is very key and vital for everyone that wants to succeed in any business. Okay, people readiness is a priority. So what you want to do in this is ensure that the person who is going to do your marketing is available. Strike that relationship and keep it. The person who is going to handle your sales, make sure you strike the relationship and you keep it. The person that's going to handle your delivery, like processing, uh, packaging the order, and handing it over for delivery, make sure you cement that relationship and is ready. The person that's going to deliver to the last mile to the customer, make sure that you have handled that and is ready. If you're going to have them as staffs, have them as staffs and train them. But I usually will advise against that when you're starting. Okay, so get the people who are going to do it. If you have gotten the relationship, go meet them. If you're big enough, you can invite them to come and sit with you and you will train them. But if you're not big enough, go and meet them. Educate them on how you want your customers served, the kind of service you want. It is training. That's called training. Training is not until you bring them to Lagos Business School or you bring them to PDMA. Training is all those little things you keep telling them. This is how to do this. This is how to do this. This is how to package it. This is where to tie this. This is where to put the label. At this time is when you deliver. It shouldn't be more than this kg. Whichever things you're talking, ensure that they know how you want to serve your customers. All right. So once you have your people ready, ensure that you have trained them. Okay, make sure that they are adequately trained. Training is the most important thing in market readiness. Okay, training is the most important thing. Ensure that you have your training in place. Okay, your people in place. Okay, all right. Now marketing is everything. Please, marketing is everything. Marketing is everything. Everything rises and falls on marketing. Okay, this is the most important thing. Let me tell you, the most important thing for a businessman, every business is just one thing: brand. That's what a business is. A business is just a brand. For example, take Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is just a brand. Tomorrow, you can change the flavor of Coca-Cola. You can change the flavor. If you change the flavor to orange, people will still buy it. If you change the flavor to any other thing, people will still buy it. Stick to your brand. Improve your brand. And with your brand, you can ride on it to begin to sell other things. So focus on your brand. Marketing is what builds the brand. All right? It's just a component of it. Okay, all right. So number one, know your customers. We talked about this before. During the survey, you should have done this. You should have known where to find them. You should have known what they want. You should have known how much they are willing to pay, and you should have already known how to wow them. Now with this information, you use it to plan your marketing. All right, okay. So in planning your marketing, you want to ask, what do I tell my customers? Okay, you may not already know this. It's one reason you probably should get in touch with PDMA folks. All right, I believe in PDMA they get to teach you about content writing, okay, copywriting and all that. Okay, what exactly should you tell them? You already know what they want. You know what to wow them. So that thing that they want is what you want to tell them that you have. But how do you say it in a way that they will listen and they will buy from you? It's very key. Okay. Now, how do you say it? How are you going to say it? There are different ways to say it. You can say it with a video. You can say it with a webinar like this. You can say it with an audio message. You can say it with images, okay? Some infographics. You can say it with a text, like in a blog, like in a social media post. You can say it in different ways, okay? Now, after you have delivered, you have prepared how you're going to say it, you want to also focus on how to get your customer to see it, how you get them to listen to it, how you get them to feel your message. All right. So what channels are you going to use? Are you going to use social media? Are you going to do 360 advertising? You're going to do TV and radio? Are you going to put it on billboards? Are you going to put it on lampposts? Okay, are you going to share handbills? Are you going to do email marketing? All right. Then for every e-business, first thing first, if you're an e-business, that means you have ascertained that your buyers are online, first and foremost. That's why you are running an e-business. Otherwise, someone who is selling to Yabasira, someone who is selling charcoal to Mama Ronke at Yanokpaja bus stop does not need to do e-business for it. It should just walk on to Mama Ronke at Yanokpaja and say, I have charcoals to sell. All right, and then market it to them. All right. Now, you need to focus on where you will find your customers. So I believe in digital marketing trainings, they teach you where to find your customers, how to reach out to them, how to identify where they are and get to them. If LinkedIn is the best, then focus on LinkedIn. If Twitter is the best, focus there. Instagram is the best. Use the platform that works to get to them. All right. Now, once you have started pushing your message out, you have to make arrangement to actually make the sale. All right. Make arrangement to make the sale. Ensure that the sale is going on. All right. And as the sales start pushing, pay attention to delivering value. Unless you are delivering value, you would not be able to sustain your business. Okay? Delivering value helps you to be able to keep your business running. People are the ones that will make your business work. All right? So in a nutshell, in summary, we say that marketing is everything. All right? Branding, stroke identity, plus the market equity you've got. And then delivering excellence is going to be your front key burner, your key value if you actually want to succeed as an e-business. The value will keep your business running, okay? But people are going to make it work for you. So focus on training, focus on reward system, focus on making your place conducive for people to work at. And then once your business is succeeding, then you're ready to actually get funded. Truth is, your business needs money. Every business needs money. All right. So it's not a weakness or a strength or anything. Not sure. It's part. Business is money. Money is business. Okay. The capacity of your business, how big your business is, big or small, is how much it has at its disposal. So even if your business right now is at 10 million naira, it's great. If your business is 100 million, it's great. Business is 1 billion, it's great. Just for where you are, run it within that scale and keep on scaling to be able to reach out to more. All right. So do not be bottled up by the amount of money you have. Do not let it stress your mind. Rather, use what you have, okay, to operate within your confine. And then once you have been able to build traction, you can now begin to get more inflow, begin to get more investments. All right. Now, these are the things you need to do if you really want to get funding in the future. You must begin to show that you're a good financial manager. All right. Right now that you are one-man business, show that you're a good financial manager. Separate your finances from your business finances. Do not, whenever you want to buy recharge card, you use your company money, recharge straight, star 737 star 200 hash. You have recharge from company accounts. Do not, you want to eat, company accounts. You want to buy singlets, company accounts. No. Separate your finances from company finances. All right, pay yourself from it, and then show a track record that you have been able to manage your finances. Then keep records for every money you spend. Show what you use the money for and justify it that it's spent in the best interest of the business. Keep record. Don't ever spend any money that has not entered your business account. Don't. All right. Now have a good business plan. If you want to get funded, you need to be able to tell people what you are doing, okay, and what you intend to do about this business tomorrow. Where's the business headed to? Your business plan is your story. You should be able to tell your story, okay? So put together a document that tells your story, how you started, how you've been able to grow it, see the traction, see what's happening, all right? And then what it's going to be like in 5 years, in 7 years, in 10 years, in 15 years. And then people are going to, anybody that's investing in you is investing in that promise. All right. So now these are sources of business funding. Right now, you're probably running on personal savings. Okay. Great. If you're running on personal savings, you're on the very right track. That's how it goes. Okay. Other persons you can rely on is family and friends. Okay. Now, probably dealing with family, you could actually just walk up to a friend and say, give me a raise for this. All right, then as time goes on, you see that you really need to do more than family and friends. Your friends really need to be big for you to be able to ask them, oh, I have an order of 2 million and I need 2 million naira for the next 14 days, and then they'll part with it and give to you. You must really be an angel. All right. Oftentimes you don't get that. Okay. So one of the ways to get such funding is to actually go to the bank or microfinance bank, a finance house, a finance house. Okay. If you have an LPO, so if someone says, supply me, let's say you sell t-shirts, you're the guy that runs the t-shirt shop.ng. Okay. And a company reach out to him and say, nationwide, we need 1,000 t-shirts, 100 shirts of 10 variants, 1,000. And you look at it, you don't actually have that funding. Okay, so you need approximately 3.5 million naira to be able to deliver this. You could ask them, give me an LPO. Okay, that's if they are not paying you upfront. If they give you an LPO, you can take the LPO to a bank and get LPO financing. There are other individuals that can also give you LPO financing for 10%, 5%, certain percentage. It runs in a 30-day cycle. All right. So now, if you don't have integrity, it's very difficult to sustain this means of business funding, because if you do not have integrity before and people have the knowledge that they cannot trust you with their money, if you bring an LPO that they should have ordinarily jumped at, they would rather keep their money instead of looking at the 10% you're going to pay them and running at a loss in the future. All right. So, but if you're able to, if they give you this, if you have a good track record and they pick up this LPO from you, if you say you're going to pay in 30 days, try and pay it on the 27th day, 21st day. Next time you have an LPO and you bring it, they'll give it to you. You can actually negotiate it further and say, oh, I don't want to pay 10% anymore. I want to pay 7%. Okay. As they see your integrity, it's now gradually looking like free money for them. Next time you have an LPO and you say 5%, you just calculate it and like, it's better to have 150,000 and to keep the money lying down. Okay, take, and they fund your business. Okay, so LPO financing is good as long as you can maintain integrity. Okay, another one is invoice discounting. Invoice is that you have delivered the service, they've given you you've sent your invoice has been endorsed by the company, but they have not paid. All right, so what you could do in this case is to take the invoice to a financial house, and they can give you a percentage of the amount on the invoice. The invoice says 10 million naira. They can give you 1 million with the expectation that when the 10 million comes, it's going to be domiciled in that bank account. All right. Another thing is outright loan. Okay. Now it's easier to take loan than before. Okay. Microfinance, the rates may not be, rates are even better now There are loans of 5%, 10%, 11%. So you can actually access loans. Okay, some loans need collateral. Some you can actually have as much today. You can actually access up to 10 million naira on collateral on non-secured loan. All right, you can. Then there is another one called TOD, terminal overdraft. Okay, that means you've been running your account. You've been running that your bank account for a while, and your bank looks at it and they say, okay, this account is actually busy. Then the account balance on this account is X. So they just go and say, okay, we can give you, you have, you don't have, you have zero balance now, but you need to pay someone 1 million naira. And they see that in the last 3 months, you have done 15 million, an average of 5 million naira per month. They can decide to give you 1.5 million for 1 month, knowing that in the they set up your account so that your account balance is read. When if you are zero, you can still withdraw from it, and it will be reading negative, negative, negative. You can keep drawing it because they are expecting that when you are paying up, you clean it up. Okay, that so talk to your bankers; they know how to set up that for you. All right, there are other ways of making money, so don't. That's why I say don't kill yourself over the funding of your business. Just know where to get it and then get it. Another way to finance your business is equity. All right, a lot of persons love to say me. It's me that did it. I have no helper. I did it by myself. Those people are usually limited people. They always dwarf in their business. They don't go far. It's pride. Pride people in business don't succeed. All right. It's business is business. How many percent? What's the percentage of Microsoft that what's his name? Bill Gates has? What's the percentage of Facebook that Zuckerberg have? Eh? You need to think about it. It's not about the percentage you have. 100% of zero is zero. All right? 100% of zero is zero. You can have 50% of 1 million. That's 500,000. And have 3% of 1 billion. That's how much. So compare it. So it's not about how much percentage you've got. Okay? It's about how much you have from that percentage. All right. So you need to be able to open. There are individual investors, people who are willing to, who are looking for what to do with their money. A lot of career people are looking for where to invest their money. If you are trustworthy, they want to put this money in you and then share a percentage of it in the future. Some notable companies that invest for equity are like Investment One. All right, Investment One. Okay, so you probably want to reach out to them. I think it's co-owned by GTV or something, somewhere on the island or so. All right, somewhere. Another branch is Maryland by Bank Anthony. All right, so you want to check that. Y Combinator. So these guys, I think they invested in a lot of businesses, e-businesses that are doing well in Nigeria today. All right, Google them. All right, the other places. All right, so look for organizations. These are called venture capitalists. Okay, so you can actually go on LinkedIn, look for venture capitalists, or Google and search for them. All right. Then there are some organizations that give grants, like World Bank. They give these grants just for developmental purposes. Okay, so they give like 1 million naira, 2 million, 10 million. They're not asking you to pay them back the money. All right. They are just saying, take this money, put it into your business, let your business grow. Sometimes they want the money back without interest. Sometimes they just give you the money, just like take, go, grow the business. These grants are usually for the sake of development. Tony Elumelu Foundation is one other popular one. So you can Google the net for them and you find places where you can actually get funding. All right. So in a nutshell, if you want to do any business, you're someone who wants to make money. All right. If you want to make money, you want to be sure that whatever business you choose is a business that really is sustainable. Don't just come and do business because people are doing business or because you like the business. Check out to be sure that what you are selling, people want what you're selling. Okay. And that they have the money to pay for it at the rate that you want to buy it, you are putting it for. Okay. And then find out exactly how to wow your customers, okay, and then do what is possible. All right. Then once you're ready to get started, ensure that you focus on marketing. Whatever you want to do, put your brand name, your company name in the forefront, because that ultimately is your biggest property in every business. All right. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'll take them now. Any questions?
You can send in your questions now. And if you don't want to speak into the microphone, you can send in your questions via the question and answer mode. It's open now for people to send in questions. So you can send in your questions now.
Small problems.
Okay, in the absence of any question, I think I want to say thank you for your time. I apologize for our starting late. Okay. All in all, we've been able to actually spend the same time that is given. All right. Thank you for joining us. All right. Over to you,
Thank you very much,
Caleb.
sir. I'm getting questions from Facebook platform. Some persons are asking, how do you approach a company for funding if you don't have a prepared platform? Okay, this question is a bit tricky.
If you don't have what? If you don't have what? Hello?
I think the question is, how do you approach a company for funding if you don't have your product readily available? Maybe your business is still at the idea stage and you need funds to actually getting started. Say, for example, you're a scientist, you need funding to set up your
All right.
laboratory and every other thing.
All right. So again, if you are seeking funding, different organizations have their different interest areas, okay, where they
Okay.
where they play in. And there are certain companies can invest in you at your startup stage, when you are still conceptualizing, designing, and putting your business together. Okay, that kind of fund is called seed capital. Okay, so it's usually not much. They take higher percentage because the risk is higher at this level. All right, companies like Investment One play in that seed capital stage. They can actually give you funds for that. Okay, but there are other companies like Sahel Capital, okay, that would not invest in you, okay, unless you have been able to unless you have started showing traction. Okay, so usually I want to even advise that if you're looking for funding, you should at least try some proof of concept. It's not about how much. It's not about whether you're profitable. Nobody is interested in whether you're profitable. Okay, every investor, what they are looking at is sustainability. Okay, is there a market for this? What you say you want to do, is it possible? All right. Is it is it workable? Can it scale? If we put in 1 billion in it, will it scale? All right. So you really want to show uh, that this what you're talking about is workable, is doable, and beyond it being workable and doable, that you can actually scale when the money comes in. All right. So why don't you try your hand, no matter how consistency, no matter how small, sorry, you're able to start. Just start. Show that you produce 5, and these 5 you produce, immediately before you finish producing it, you have been able to sell it off. You sold it the same day you produced it because the order is too high. And if you put money for you to produce 500,000 pieces, you still would sell them off in the same speed. You understand? All right. So that if you still cannot produce some little units to put up for the marketplace, well, you can approach some organizations that do seek funding. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so in addition to that, I think Tony Lumilo actually have they give room for business who are still at the ideation stage to
Yes,
enroll.
Stone Foundation does that.
Yes, so if you don't have a product readily available, you can actually sign up for their grants and then render your pitch or anything you have to them. If it works fine with
Just
them,
have
they
your pitch
actually
document ready. There are lots of organizations. Just go to the internet. There are lots of organizations that do that. Okay.
yes. Yes. Okay, I'm getting in another question. Someone is asking, how do you approach investors when you have a partner you're working with? Like, how do you? The question is still a bit tricky. It's not really clear. Like, you have a partner you're working with, you're still at the ideation stage. So, how do you approach investors to show, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm working with? Because, okay, okay. Okay, I think this person is saying most businesses don't actually fund startup ideas except when they know there are 2 or 3 persons working together on it. So how do you approach that?
It's wrong to generalize. Your experience is not everybody's experience. Okay, please don't say most businesses do not fund startups. Okay, there are venture capitals, there are organizations that focus on seed funding. Okay, Y Combinator, for example, does uh, I think Master Capital or Master Capital, one of them does seed funding. So do not generalize. There are lots of organizations that does seed funding. Okay? So it's you ask yourself, is your business idea viable? If your business idea is not viable, or it might be viable, but the way you pitched it, the way you presented it, is not um, luring enough, it's not enticing enough for someone to want to do it. All right. So you want to be able to you have to prove that there is market. You yourself need to be excited about your business. Okay, and you need to be able to put that committed to it. Okay, so my my opinion, your reality is not everybody's reality. So, and that you have a partner does not stop you from seeking funding. That you are alone does not stop you from seeking funding. If you are a sole proprietor, the person that is funding you automatically joins with you, becomes your partner. Okay? Becomes the shareholder in the company. If you also have a partner, meaning initially you have the share. When the person funding you joins, your shares will shrink because the person investing is going to take those shares, irrespective of how many partners you have. That's not his concern. What is concerned is what is the viability of the business? Can it scale? Is there a market for it? All right, and can you sustain it when the investment comes? All right, thank you. Any other question?
Okay, no more question. I'm not seeing any other question coming
All right. So, in the
in.
absence of further questions, we're already doing 59 minutes. Okay, that means
Yes.
we're already at the 1 hour mark.
And
I want to say thank you. You guys are way too kind for having me. All right, God bless you.
Thank you very, very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. We really appreciate it. Thank you for the immense value you've given us today. It's going to go a long way in helping a lot of businesses and young persons out there. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so without further ado, I think we've come to the end of the webinar today. So thank you everyone for being here today. Thank you. I'm really, really sorry for the stress in getting in, but we promise to make it easier for you to access the webinar next time. Come next to Wednesday. So thank you very much for joining us today. Do have a lovely evening. Thank you very much.